Alright, y'all. So I haven't quite figured out what to say for like my intro and like things like that for the video. So right now it's just starting off kind of choppy, and I'm okay with that because it ain't really about all that flashy what like marketing stuff. It's just about like coming in here, making a good video with some good content, and I'll figure out the details later. So if you got any ideas about kind of like things that I can say in the beginning to be like, hello, my name is Dylan, welcome to my YouTube channel. I talk about love, attraction, and spirituality, and stuff like that. Drop your ideas, because I always get writer's block or video maker's block at the beginning of every video trying to think of something to say. Anyhow, all right. This is one of the best things ever that you can do to enhance, not even enhance, it's just like to begin your manifestation skills, like for real. Like this is what it's all about right here. And what it is coming into contact in a working relationship with a higher power. And that's so important because what we have is downloads in our mind. And downloads isn't just some funky hippie word. What it means is our neural connections, our synaptic connections, our neuroplasticity of our brains have been literally wired in such a way that has, that has been wired by our external world, the things that we have taught growing up, be it good or bad. The reason why we need a higher power is so we can gain some perception, awareness, guidance, and so forth from something outside of our ego mind. I could end the video right now with that being said, and that would be enough. Like, we've just been limited by our beliefs. And when we come into communication and contact via whatever you like to call it, you can call it downloads, you can call it prayer, you can get it through meditation, but you can just ask questions. You don't even have to be like, call it God or universe or whatever word. It doesn't matter. You can ask yourself these questions even and still get answers. I learned that from Tony Robbins, how to ask yourself good questions. Like, not just, why does this stuff happen to me? More so like, what's the meaning behind this? And what can I do to gain a better result and feel good about it in the process? So there are simple, certain things like that that you can do that will reap a much better result. And the way that you'll be able to feel the change is literally by the way you feel, because you'll get different answers. And those different answers will breed different feelings. And we'll start to realize that the only limitations that we have are the ones that were created in our own minds. Okay? And so I went from feeling like the biggest loser ever, like I had so many limitations, and like I was never good enough. And this still plays out to a large degree in my life today, that I'm I'll never be finished. Work on earth here is dense, but I've came so far. Hey, there's my car. And it's just remarkable the drastic results and measures of how my life has changed. And this may be a quick process, this may be a slow process, it may be middle, but once you start to build some momentum, things just start changing rapidly, fast. And just coming into the communication with God, universe, higher self, whatever word you want to put on it, that has been the thing that's changed my life and allowed me to manifest things that I really want. And see, a lot of the times we have misconceptions about the word God, or about, praying or asking questions or seeking guidance. Find whatever way works for you. Call it spirit guides. Like, I'm not religious at all. I just call it God sometimes. Sometimes I call it universe. It doesn't really matter to me what I call it, because it's just a word, and but the point is, that we are spiritual beings. We are not separate from this thing, this entity, or entities. We are one and the same, and we are a small piece of that whole that we can call whatever we want. And once we learn and realize that we have this internal thing within us, then we begin to start trusting ourselves. The more that we focus on this communication, the more results we get that are positive, and it just compiles and adds up. And the more we begin to trust that source, and the more we realize that source is within us all this time. It's within and without. But the point is that it's not something like way out there that's unattainable. It's right here in your heart. And yeah, that's pretty much it, really. It's just such a simple thing, but there's so many preconceived notions and just BS piled up from like just preconceived notions about, like prayer and God and stuff like that. But you don't have to look at it like that archetype, like that biblical archetype. You can look at it in whatever way you want. If that works for you, then so be it. But the thing that I always like to realize and remember too is that everything that we want, our spirit guides want us to have too. I mean, not like shitty things, like we can want like egotistical desires and have trouble manifesting them, because that's our guides trying to tell us something there. That might not be the thing for you. If you're struggling manifesting something, take a look at what it is you're manifesting and why you want to manifest it. It might not be in divine alignment. Things that are in divine alignment come pretty easy. Not always like come super easy, but they feel good. You know what I mean? They just feel right. They flow. It's not such a struggle. It's the process is fun. It's just enjoyable. And when using manifestation from the point of God's will, if you will, it allows things, ideas to flow into us that would have never been there before. It allows brand new opportunities. What it does is it makes, it allows the realization that anything we want in this whole world, I'm getting dizzy, is available for us right now. All these physical objects are just energy just waiting for us to have them. They're just energy vibrating on a certain frequency, no matter what it is. And the thing that we want most is a feeling, right? We all just want to feel good. Why do you want money? For freedom, to feel good, for security. You can have all those feelings right now. That's how this thing is done. Thought I heard somebody coming. I don't know if I'm really supposed to be on this road right here. I don't even know what road this is. I just came out here because it's so beautiful. But that's the thing. like our perceptions open to brand new set of endless possibilities of abundance, and anything is possible. Excuse me. And yeah, you can use these powers for bad. You know, you can tap into lower powers, reptilian beings, things that are lower on the vibrational scale. But what ends up happening is you get stuck. You keep repeating these endless loops that get you nowhere. They're usually fear-based on the lower scale of vibration. And so use this as an empowering tool. You know, it's not just us. We're supported by many beings. And you know, by ultimately one source energy. And we can use this to our advantage. It's really important that if you want to make a extraordinary, amazing, fantastic life that's beyond your wildest dreams, it's important that you tap into some power that's greater than yourself. Greater than your ego self. You can even call it your higher self if something outside of you doesn't really resonate. You know what's funny too? A lot of the times when we're praying to versions of ourselves that have our higher selves that are they can see what's going to happen. They can see all of the different parallel realities that we could take, and they can help steer us in the right direction. That's one thing that really helped me with the word God, was realizing that, you know, I'm an infinite spiritual being, and that oftentimes when I pray, I'm praying to different versions of myself in a different parallel reality that can see where I'm at from a bird's eye view. Like, I can only see so far in front of me, but my higher self is like, they like see endless possibilities. And yeah, I mean, I think this video's been really good. I've dropped a lot of information, and I've went on a little bit longer than I'm used to, which is cool. I hope walking back and forth isn't too bothersome, because it really helps me. I'm like ADD, and I have to be like moving around, so I think this helps me. If you guys have enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel, like it, throw a comment, whatever's clever. If this added any value to you at all, then that's great. I appreciate it. I love you. I hope you have a wonderful day. I am about to go home and crash out. I gotta work at the hospital tomorrow. I'm gonna go get some candy first, because I'm still a little kid. I like candy. Love you guys. Have a wonderful night. Peace.